Paul Davis here tonight. He's going to run the gamut, basketball, cheerleaders, and points in between.
I never played basketball because I wasn't good enough, but I have begun to appreciate what it means to these kids to get to the state tourney. It's this week and next, and then we're done. Another season of Operation Basketball in the books. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4A North Regional Semis, Southern and Lake Clifton, a great deal here. The Lakers with the steal. Shawnta Rogers to Reggie Frazier. The Lakers seemed up to it in this game, but she is unimpressed. I bet you she liked this thing. The Bulldogs with the steal. Kevin Simpson's going to come on down and go up. Is this guy ready for Division I or what? The Bulldogs in the regional final because they win. In the other 4A North semi, Woodlawn and Southwestern, got to be the largest earrings I've ever seen, but you know what? I like them. Play of the year. Yeah, Kevin Carpenter to Guy Butler. That is worth a second look. Carpenter to Butler. Unbelievable. Southwestern couldn't do that, but they did have a kid number 12 who got the role there, and Southwestern won the game. So Southern versus Southwestern tomorrow. Now, some of the scores. Now the young ladies, 2A North Regionals, Lock-Raven and Towson. Who says it was a yawner? No way. Watch Towson's Nicole Raymer with the defense in her face, Verge. Swoosh it home. Later, Towson with a defense that works. Number 34 is Katie Barnes, and she is determined to get it done. Towson wins big in this game. Now more scores. Stop dancing. And it's true, every year the group of kids that almost always goes overlooked puts out the most fan support. Talking about the cheer squad members, today they got their turn to compete at the 6th Annual Championships. McDonough and Lutheran joined all the other Catholic varsity and JV squads. This thing is tough to judge, huh?
Actually, if they're able to get the crowd involved in their cheers and get them to respond to what they're yelling, that's a very big plus for any squad.
For the 6th straight year, Catholic High wins the varsity grand championship. There, Lisa Chedlicko, the individual titleist Catholic with the largest squad around. Good job, you guys. College hoops, Towson State and Navy won their opening round postseason tourney games today. And Loyola's Patty Stoffi, I love this gal, scored a MAC tourney record 36 points in their win over Canisius. Tell you who else I like, the big guy, Wes Unseld. We talked this morning. I asked if he can say he's had fun despite all the losing seasons.
In most instances, yeah, I can. I've had, some ups and downs as far as wins and losses are concerned, but, working with these guys has been fun.
Coach is supposed to sit down with Bullet owner Abe Poland after the season and figure out his future. What about a career outside of basketball? What will he do?
I think I will probably grab a mic and sit over there like you guys and ask dumb questions.
I didn't think it was that dumb of a question, Coach. The Bullets did have tonight off. The Orioles opened up their exhibition season today against the Blue Jays. What's with Rafael Palmeiro? First inning homer yesterday, ditto today off of Juan Guzman. On the downside, Mike Devereaux playing in right. Maybe a little bit too much effort. A foul ball. He had 4 stitches in the lip, 4 more on the forehead. He'll be okay. In extra innings, a rookie for Toronto gets the game-winning triple, 6-5 Jays in 10. The Orioles get St. Louis tomorrow. Seems like it's been ages since we had some tennis on, so watch. Out west, quarterfinals, Newsweek Champions tourney, Stefan Edberg in the near against Darren Cahill, and Edberg is working on his net play these days, and I think the work is paying off. Edberg, the 3 seed, wins 6-4, 6-3. He's into the semis. Golf fans won't like this. Phil Mickelson is supposed to be the next Jack Nicklaus, right? Won't be playing much golf for a while. He broke a leg skiing in Arizona yesterday, and out in the desert tonight, it hasn't happened yet. Baltimore's Vincent Petway fights Italy's Gianfranco Rossi for the IBF Junior Middleweight crown. It's scheduled to happen sometime around 1 o'clock East Coast time. Vincent Petway trying to win that IBF Junior Middleweight crown tonight for Baltimore, for Maryland. You'll have to watch Vince Bagley tomorrow at 6. He says he's going to try his best. We do have a special feed, you guys, so we should be able to have videotape of Petway tomorrow at 6.
Well, how's he supposed to do?
Well, this guy he's going to take on, Gianfranco Rossi, is 57-3, so he is no easy character, but
No bum of the month.
But you know what? I'll tell you what, I think he's got a shot. We'll have to
All
wait
right.
and see. Verge could take the guy on, maybe.
Don't speak for Verge now. Hold it.
All right, we're going to speak of some heavyweight action. We were talking about Nancy Kerrigan earlier. Well, she strutted her stuff on Olympic ice and then down.
This weekend.
Okay, I have a question. What about all these rumors about Nancy Kerrigan and Dallas Cowboy quarterback Troy Aikman? Have you heard about that? Is it a deal there?
From what I understand, this has been going on for almost a month now.
Well, he sent her roses and a fax before the big night in Norway, and
I think he's a fairly attractive man, and she's a fairly attractive woman, and together they do fairly...
Oh, I'm glad you stuck that woman part in there.
attractive weather forecast for the
It
weekend?
is. It's a better forecast. No major storms for the weekend. You get a chance to get outside a little bit. Kind of cool tomorrow with a brisk wind. 47 probably won't feel all that warm, but Sunday's 53 will be nice. And maybe you can take an extra long weekend. Monday, 58 degrees. So that's looking pretty good.
All
too.
right. Bird, you're going to be back here bright and early tomorrow morning,
I
right?
sure will, and I'll be thinking about Paul, that attractive man. Be sure to get your weekend.
What happened to that Troy Aikman helmet you were supposed to get me?
I couldn't deliver.
Be sure to get your weekend off to a good start. Join me and John Collins tomorrow morning.
I'll see you here tomorrow night. Good evening. Front row seat. The MEAC tournament will be played at Morgan State University. Our Paul Davis is there, and he joins us now with a preview. Paul?
Liz, I'm telling you, Baltimore basketball fans have to be in seventh heaven this weekend. We've got it on two fronts, both the men's and the ladies' MEAC postseason tourneys. The quarterfinals and the semifinals here at Hill Fieldhouse, Morgan State University, and then the finals on Sunday at the Baltimore Arena. With me now live, I just met this guy, Ari, I like him. Ken Free is the commissioner of the MEAC, and first off, red carpet treatment. Has Baltimore treated you guys nicely thus far?
Well, thus far they've been very nice, and of course we're very grateful to Baltimore for inviting us a year earlier than their bid. They put in a bid for 95, 96, and 97, but we were available to come here in 94, and they were very gracious.
Ken, economic impact. This will be a boost to Baltimore's arm.
Oh, sure. Well, this is a time of year to get a boost of economic resources, and we're going to bring a lot of people here to spend money and to visit the shopping centers, and we hope that Baltimore will benefit from us being here.
Let me put you on the spot. I got to put you on the spot. Handicap the field. Ladies side, men's side. Coppin State's going to be awfully tough to knock off for the men.
Well, as commissioner, I want to commend all of the teams of MEAC, and of course, I want to commend Coppin State for a wonderful season in the South Carolina State
In other words,
Bulldogs.
folks, he's dodging the question. Baltimore, this just didn't happen for Baltimore. Baltimore had to make a bid for this tourney, what, a year ago?
Yeah, a year ago they said they wanted to host, and of course Coppin State and Morgan State being in the city. And of course the tournament was here a couple of years during its infant stages and was very successful here in Baltimore. So they worked with the city of Baltimore. Baltimore made a tremendous bid to us, and we're just happy to be here, and we're very grateful.
All right, Ken, we wish you the very best. We'll talk to you a little bit later. That is Ken Free. He is the commissioner of the MEAC. There'll be plenty of tickets available here at the door. Keep in mind, Liz and Dave, the overall champions, both the ladies and men's tourneys, gets that ticket to the NCAA Big Dance. So a lot of incentive to win the MEAC this weekend in Baltimore. Back to you guys.
All righty. Thanks very much, Paul. All right. Loyola. Pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's some exciting times here. Coming head to head this afternoon, about an hour and a half from now. Paul Davis joins us live from the tournament with more. Paul?
Dave, it's all quiet here at the Hill Fieldhouse right now, but in an hour or so, this place is going to be bedlam. As you said, at 1:30, it's going to be Coppin State and Morgan State in the first of the four quarterfinal matchups on the schedule for the men today. Exclusively today, men's action. The ladies don't play again until tomorrow. Make no mistake, though, this entire event for the city of Baltimore is a major economic lift. We are just back from the team headquarters downtown, the Omni, and folks are checking in. Room reservations are filling up. Folks checking in, grabbing a quick lunch, getting ready for some major hoops.
Well, officially our party totals about 50 people, but we've got alumni support from around this area. One of our larger alumni groups is in the D.C. Baltimore area. We've got about 200 people that will probably be here for our ball game tonight at 7:30.
Sir, excuse me, are you here for the basketball tourney?
Yes, sir.
What, have you been up late night partying?
No, sir, not partying. We just drove up from Greensboro, and it was, it was a little hectic. We haven't been able to get our rooms at the moment, so I'm just getting a little bit out here.
How are they treating you here in Baltimore thus far?
Just fine. We're enjoying it. Beautiful city.
You enjoying the team headquarters here?
Yes, sure.
Still waiting on the room?
Yes, we just got one, so I'm on my way now.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
See you at the event. I can't believe I woke that guy up. I hope he forgives me when I run into him later on this afternoon here at the tourney. I was talking to the MEAC commissioner about an hour ago, and he confirmed to me that his numbers between $3 and $4 million, the economic impact to the city of Baltimore, with all the folks who are filtering in to this city. Again, at 1:30 today, it's going to be Coppin State and Morgan State. That'll be a biggie. This young man is Charles Mooney. You're from North Carolina A&T. How's it going thus far, Charles?
Well, it's been great, pretty good crowd, great basketball action, so we expect more of the same.
I can't wait to hear your pep band. They're tremendous.
Well, we got a great pep band. A's from far and near will come to listen to them today.
All right, that's the story here, Dave. We'll be here all afternoon, have some great action for you at 6 tonight.
Part of a big basketball weekend. Paul, thanks very much.
This is live out at Morgan State with the crowd. Paul?
I'm telling you, the action is hot and heavy here at the MEAC. I don't know if I'm going to make it. Stay tuned for sports, some great highlights coming up.
All levels today. Paul Davis is at the MEAC tournament. Paul?
Carol, it's a packed house here at Morgan State, and no wonder. Cinderella's getting ready to dance. We're talking about Morgan State. We'll talk about that next. Also, the Orioles today. We've got highlights. Sports is next.
Bouncing out at Morgan State today. Paul Davis had to go check it out. Paul, how's it going?
Carolyn, I'm telling you, it's hot in this place, and no wonder. It's been a great day thus far. Semifinal day here at the MEAC basketball tourney. Keep in mind, the two champions this weekend get an automatic spot in the NCAA postseason championships. The first game I want to show you is North Carolina A&T and University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Aggies blew a 15-point lead, but then Joe Bunn scores here, and he's fouled. His free throw had the Aggies up 75-73. You see the time was 76-73. The Hawks had one last chance to tie it with the trifecta, and they'll get it to Aaron McKinney, and his shot just won't go. 76-73, the Aggies hold on. It all means they'll get the winner of tonight's Morgan-South Carolina State game in the final. How about the Bears? This place is still buzzing after yesterday's shocker over Coppin. I ran into the team in the stairwell right after, and they were pumped. Like I said, they were pumped, and Coach getting some well-deserved hugs there. All right, now the ladies have already established their MEAC final for tomorrow. Today's scores from this morning, North Carolina A&T and Howard, both winners. The women's final tomorrow at 4:30. They were busy down in Charlotte, setting up the ACC final. Virginia and Duke, one of the semifinals, and the Wahoos came to play. I want you to watch the shot clock. Watch Jamal Robinson, Cavaliers up to stay at 62-59, and Coach K saying, "You got me today, Mr. Jeff Jones." So Virginia will see Carolina because they beat Wake Forest. Randolph Childress may have gotten the eye butt there, but later his game was there. The jump shot from way out, that was a big play. North Carolina though wakes up, and in overtime, look at McGinnis with the spin move. In overtime, the Tar Heels hold on, so they'll be in the final tomorrow. All right, how about if we put on hold the basketball for a moment and talk about some baseball. The Orioles today down in sunny Florida, and against the Marlins, this guy a tad too much sunscreen. I guess he's afraid of the sun rays. Ben McDonald in his second spring outing, second inning, he is touched by Dave Magadan for a double. It's a 2 RBI double. It's 2-0 Florida. In the third, the Birds facing Ryan Bowen, and Cal Ripken gets his 6th hit of the spring. It's a double, 2 come in. It's a 2-2 stalemate. No more stalemate after Lonnie Smith leads off the 4th. This is an opposite field. Excuse me, Homer. It's 3-2 Birds. The Marlins, though, They're going to tie this game with a sack bunt a little bit later on, and then they got an RBI double in the 9th to pull it out. 5-4 Marlins. Tomorrow the Birds will battle the Phils. The Orioles are 2-8 in the postseason. Back to hoops. This time we'll talk about what's happening over at UMBC in College Park, the state championships. This is Douglas and Duval today, 3A cheer squads in full force, and a great individual effort. Alfonso Jones misses his free throw, hustles, gets the ball, and puts it back. No wonder he had 27. Duval answers back, though, time and time again. Tyron Washington strong to the hole. Let me show you that Duval wins. They beat Douglas, and Wild Lake falls to Milford Mill, so those two teams champions tonight. UMBC's Retriever Fieldhouse hopping this afternoon. The ladies state semis, Joe Russo with the Corsage, Hammond in Middletown in 2A, and the Golden Bears, Casey Williams, gets it and pushes it up to Tamika Harrison, and she makes it look easy. And then later, great in-your-face defense from Tiki Nicholson. She steals the ball and says, "What the heck, I did half of it, I'll finish it off." Shoots and scores. Hammonds wins this game, stopping Middletown's 58-game win streak. So Hammonds state champions tonight. Right now, as we speak, it's Dunbar and Allegheny battling for the 2A championship, and tonight at 8, it'll be Southern of Baltimore against Springbrook for the 4A championship as well. A pretty good day of lacrosse over at Loyola today. Loyola got number 2 ranked North Carolina, and a great crowd. The first thing you're going to see is Sean Hefferman, and he gets it to Derek Radaball. Radaball got nailed, but not before he got the score. The Tar Heels still led, though, 9-8. But then Matt Dwan whips one home, and that tied it at 9-9, and then you saw the final over the screen. It's Loyola with a big upset today, I guess, if you can call 6, beating number 2, 14-12. Before I throw it back to Carol, I want to mention the Thunder tonight play at the Baltimore Arena. We're told they need one win either this week or next week, and they'll be in the indoor lacrosse playoffs later this month. So good luck to them. Morgan State plays South Carolina State tonight, Carolyn, at 7:30. And I'm telling you what, if anybody is wearing that slipper as Cinderella once did, it's got to be the Bears this year. We'll have a full report tonight at 11 o'clock.
And I bet you'll be able to watch that game in person, won't you?
I'm going to need somebody to stand by in case I pass out. I don't know.
Thanks a lot, Paul. We'll be back. You got to hand it to Morgan State. They did a great job this year.
It's tough to play 3 games in 3 days and win all 3 games. Morgan State had a lousy season, but they had a great run this tourney, and their fans have nothing to be ashamed of. Boosters all over Baltimore with fingers crossed tonight, pulling for Morgan State to stay longer at the MEAC Ball. A great crowd to see them against South Carolina State. The visitors, though, with the upper hand most of the game, and they were excited to be in this game too. The Bears almost catch him, though. Watch Vince Chico Langston swoosh, and then next possession, Langston, the tremendous feed to Terry Sellers, his shot, and Morgan's within 2, 21 seconds to go, but the Bulldogs got 6 of 9 at the stripe. When it counts, the Bears are done playing Cinderella.
Man, we gave all we had, and we fought. We fought with all we had, and we just came up short. Even though we lost, I feel we have respect now from the MEAC and other people in Baltimore.
All right, South Carolina State will get North Carolina A&T in the final. Great game with Maryland Eastern. Sure, the Aggies let the Hawks back in it after leading by 15 in the first half. Dale Harrison shot. It's all tied in the game. Big play here. Joe Bunn is going to drive and score. He's fouled with his free throw. The Aggies led by 3. The Hawks had a chance to send it to OT, but Aaron McKinney's shot is not good enough. The men's final tomorrow at Baltimore Arena. As for the ladies, it's going to be North Carolina A&T and Howard tomorrow. The ladies play their final at Baltimore's Arena starting at 4:30. Dean Smith notched career coaching win 800 today. It's a good thing most of the others weren't so tough to come by. ACC semifinal down in Charlotte. Wake Forest nearly beats them, pushes the Tar Heels to overtime. Jerry Stackhouse wins it with 5 seconds to go. In overtime, it's Carolina. It won't be Duke for them in the ACC final because Virginia saw to that. 2 clutch plays come crunch time. Jamal Robinson had a great ball game. Grant Hill did not. He had just 15 points, 6 for 20 from the field. So it's UVA and Carolina in tomorrow's ACC final. The day's biggest shocker, Northwestern and Michigan. The Wolverines, the Fab Four, ranked 8th, loss. Cedric Noam's there, right down Broadway. First time in 18 games that Northwestern beats them. Patrick Baldwin for 3. The Wolverines won't get a share of the Big Ten title after today's loss. And keep in mind now, the NCAA Tourney Selection Show starts at 6:30 tomorrow night. We'll have it right after our 6 o'clock news here on BAL. And by the way, Bobby Knight's Hoosiers got another win today. They beat Wisconsin. Before the game, the head coach spoke to the fans.
When my time on earth is gone and my activities here are past, I want they bury me upside down and my critics can kiss my
Never a dull moment with that guy. Remember, he's the fellow who kicked his son earlier in the season, headbutted another player just a few days ago, Mr. Bobby Knight. The state finals in 2 fronts today at UMBC. Hammond avenges their loss to Middletown in 2A a year ago. Watch Casey Williams blow right through the defense. Middletown had won 58 games in a row, but that's all over. Tiki Nicholson helps with this gem of a play. Hammond wins 59-41, as does Western this afternoon, both champions. The Gents staged their finals at College Park. In 3A, Douglas and Duval. Little number 12, I love this kid, Mark Jackson. For Douglas, number 12 is Alfonso Jones. He had 27, a great game, but not good enough today. Here's your final. Duval wins the 3A crown. 1A champion tonight, Milford Mill, they beat Walled Lake. 2A champ tonight, Dunbar beats Allegheny. 4A champ tonight, no surprise here, Southern over Springbrook, 68-58. Let's talk baseball. It's not like the Orioles aren't doing it with their bats. They were in double digits with hits again today. Visiting the Florida Marlins at their new Space Coast Stadium, and I think Cal Ripken Jr. likes this ballpark. This double scores 2, and the game was tied up early going. Lonnie Smith hoping to make a good spring impression. Led off the 4th with it's just a barely kind of a home run. It actually gave the Orioles a 3-2 lead. And Damon Buford had a couple of hits today, including this 2-bagger that plates a run. But the Marlins get him in the 9th. The O's will visit the Phils tomorrow, 5-4 losers today. Baltimore's Thunder gunning for a win tonight against the New York Saints in a spot in the playoffs. And get this, the Thunder does it tonight, 12-10. They've got one more game left, and then postseason. Fans at the Loyola Face-Off Classic saw a good one today. Number 6 Loyola beat number 2 North Carolina. Derek Rattleball pays for the score there, but he got it done. It pulled the Hounds to within 1, and then watch Matt Dwan just fire it home. It's all tied at 8, and in the end, well, here's your final. It's Loyola College beating North Carolina today, 14-12. Keep in mind now, the Hounds were ranked number 6 with that win today. No doubt about it, they're going to move up. MEAC finals tomorrow at the Bowman Arena. We'll have all the action.
And what about Loyola? We find out tomorrow night, or tomorrow in the pits. Yeah.
Tomorrow afternoon, they'll be in the tournament as well. They'll find out when they're going to go tomorrow afternoon.
All right, thanks a lot, Paul. Well, you two could be like Paul Davis, Baltimore's next big TV star. So ahead with good evening. I'm Carolyn McEnroe. We're talking, of course, about the NCAA. Maryland doesn't know yet, but Loyola is going, and that's where Paul Davis is tonight. The men's team is waiting to find out who they'll play. We're not sure who's more excited about that, the team or Paul.
Hey, Carolyn, I'll tell you what, you ask any college basketball coach around this great country, today is like Christmas Day. They can't wait to see what the Santa Claus of basketball has left for them. Here at Loyola, the fans are huddled around the big screen television, but the thing is, Loyola doesn't have to worry. They're in the tourney already. They're going to be dancing after winning their conference tourney earlier this week by beating Manhattan. What a night that was. Here is the architect, head coach Skip Prosser. And coach, am I wrong? Isn't this like Christmas Day?
Yeah, it's terrific. I mean, the whole school's been excited for a week. You know, our team going in, our women's team getting their seeding selection today. It's been great.
You seem calm to me, though.
It's just on the outside. I'm calm. I'm really looking forward. My stomach's turning. See who we're playing, where we're playing.
USA Today on Friday projected your club as a 16 seed, maybe in the East. What do you think?
I have no way of knowing, of course, but I think we'll be a little bit better than that. I think our power rating reflects maybe a 15, maybe even a 14, but I don't think a 16, but you know, I have no way of knowing.
Terps?
I don't think so. I don't think.
Wow.
What, in the tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think they'll go to the tournament. I thought, well, we would play them or not. No.
Oh, no way.
No, I think they'll go. You know, they're the powerhouse league. Their power rating is very high. I feel very certain they'll go.
All right, Coach, we'll let you get back to the party, and you don't mind if we stay and film some of this for the 11.
Enjoy it. We're enjoying it.
Okay, we brought up the Maryland Terrapins. I'm going to throw it back to Carolyn. She's going to play traffic cop and get the story on that. Carolyn, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Paul. This, of course, is the first time we'll come just minutes away from the start of it now, but what's up in the MEAC? Paul Davis?
Carolyn, this is what March Madness is all about. I can't believe what this lady has done to her face. More about the NCAA's coming up in sports, also the Orioles today. You have to stay tuned.
Now, well, you might say Greyhounds fans are pretty fired up, Paul.
Oh my God. Carolyn, the tension continues to build here. Fans walking in front of the cameras. In a few moments, the men's team finds out its fate in the NCAA basketball tourney. You know, this is like deja vu all over again here. You see, the women's team, they're packing their travel bags too.
The women's NCAA tournament selection show is coming up next on ESPN.
They were hanging around at Loyola Salinger Lounge just after lunchtime. The women's version of the NCAA tourney selection show was on the tube. The Greyhound rank and file in a festive mood. It's been a real dog's life ever since they clinched the Baltimore area's first NCAA women's bid in the 13-year history of the tourney. All they wanted to know today was who and where. It'll be number 3 seed Virginia on Wednesday down in Charlottesville. The Greyhounds carry the Mid-East Regional's 14th seed. How tough sitting there waiting through a couple of the different regionals?
I'm telling you, I had asked the kids a couple times, did we really win the whole tournament? Were we really getting in? I really thought we were going to be in the East, but it doesn't matter to us. I mean, we don't care. We're in there, and we'll play whomever.
Oh, very nerve-wracking. I think everyone was shaking. Everyone couldn't wait to see where we were going to play. Exciting. I don't think anyone has felt that kind of tension ever.
Did you kind of want to make a nice road trip instead of just down the road to Charlottesville?
Oh, definitely. California would have been nice, but hey, we'll take Virginia.
Hey, these kids would travel to Timbuktu to play in this NCAA basketball tourney. Keep in mind, the Lady Hounds are just 2 seasons removed from a 6-21 campaign, so the head coach with a great turnaround in the program. And lest we forget, the Mount St. Mary's Gals, they're headed for the dance as well. Seated 14th in the Midwest, they'll travel to Iowa City for a game Wednesday against number 3 seed Iowa. The Mount won their conference tourney last night. All right, the local flavor is gone from the MEAC basketball tourney, but still a couple of big games today for some out-of-state clubs. The women's final started at 4:30, Howard versus NC-A&T. For Howard, number 45 is Annette Lee. For A&T, the Aggies with a great club. This is Nisha Wilson. This game still going on. Catch us at 11. We'll get you a final result. As for the men, the spot in the NCAA is up for grabs tonight downtown. A battle of the Carolinas, North Carolina A&T and South Carolina State. It will be televised on ESPN. They played for the ACC title today down on Tobacco Road, even though Virginia and Carolina are in the NCAA Big Dance. Rasheed Wallace, the freshman from Carolina, having a great game today. Eric Montrose had like 3 blocks, 2 on this sequence here. The Tar Heels get him in the end. It's a 13th ACC tourney title for the Tar Heels. How about the Big East Bash? Georgetown and Providence for the Hoyas. Othella Harrington, who doesn't know about that kid across America? But the Friars in this game pulled out midway second half. That was Robert Phelps with the breakaway jam. 74-64. Providence wins this. Other big scores today. Purdue Big Ten champs. Kentucky takes the SEC tourney. In the Metro Conference, call Louisville champs tonight. And in the Big 8 today, Nebraska downs the Cowboys 77-68. The Orioles lose again today, 9-7 to the Phils. They're 2-8. 2-9 in the preseason. We'll have highlights for you tonight at 11. And I'm telling you what, stay tuned, folks, for the CBS NCAA selection show. Carolyn, I'll throw it back to you.
Just 5 minutes away. It sounds pretty exciting. We can hardly hear you, Paul.
I can hear you, but I can tell you what, it's mass excitement here.
All right, Paul. Thanks a lot. See you back there at 11. Coming up, but they are going. In fact, they are one of 5 teams from the state of Maryland going, and Paul Davis is here to tell you that.
We had reporters all over the state today. I was at Loyola most of the afternoon. You talk about basketball and how it's brought together one school. Banner day, no doubt about it. First off, at Loyola. They're most definitely leading the Maryland charge into the NCAAs. I think it's been nonstop fun over there since just after lunchtime when the women's program learned its postseason destination. Then the men took center stage just after supper with their NCAA agenda unveiled. Let me run through all the local matchups. Skip Prosser's Gents travel to Sacramento for a Friday game against the number 2 seed Arizona. The Hounds are seeded 15th. The Terps are in. They're seeded 10th, heading to the Land of Oz on Thursday for a tip-off with the Billikens of St. Louis. Don DeVoe's Middies will miss some class time. They're in the West Regional in Utah, a Thursday opener against number 1 seed Missouri. And the Loyola women will bustle down to Charlottesville. They'll take to the hardwood against Powerhouse, Virginia, Wednesday evening. And the Lady Mountaineers, Mount St. Mary sets their sights on Iowa City in a first-round game Wednesday against number 3 seeded Iowa. Later in sports, oodles and oodles and oodles of reaction from all of the school, most of the schools. I'm telling you what, Carolyn, you talk about March Madness, I think it's out of hand.
Needless to say, people were pretty excited along with you about it.
Most definitely. I love basketball, too. And it's just doing great things for Loyola and Maryland and all our schools.
All right, we'll see you back in a little bit, Paul. Thanks. Well, the Maryland Terrapins are going to the Big Dance.